Hey everybody, Corey from SB Pace here talking about Project 365, numbers, metrics, all that stuff this month in October. And today's question is, how do I measure intangible metrics? Well, that is very similar to what we talked about yesterday with the subjective metrics. Intangible metrics are those the same as subjective in the sense that you they're not a thing that you can touch or feel. Like technically you can't touch your revenue, but if you pulled all the money out of your bank account, you could touch the cash. You can't physically touch labor hours, but I guess you could physically touch your employees, but I recommend you don't do that. But you get what I'm saying there. But let's talk about just intangibles in general. How do you measure something like a brand? And that's going to be, like I said, very similar to the subjective things, but you're going to have to come up with a lot of assumptions and a lot of different ways to assign a value to that brand. So you can talk about the things that you can easily measure, your objective numbers, revenue, returning customers, that type of stuff is going to be easy to track to give you an idea of what your brand's worth. And then you can start factoring in the things that you can't really measure. So customer satisfaction, brand loyalty, just emotions. That's something that it's hard to measure, but there's a way to measure it. And so let's say let's say you take your brand and it's a fairly well-known brand and whatever your target market is. So you could perform a study if you wanted to, where you just flash certain images on the screen of your brand, different brands, competitors, that type of stuff, and just get people to gauge, on a scale of 1 to 10, how it makes them feel. Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they comfortable? Are they confident? All of that type of stuff. And those are the things that are going to help you identify like how well people identify with your brand. And so there's just a lot of little things and larger things that need to come together to say, this is what my brand is worth. And that's just like a very quick and high level way of measuring something that's intangible like a brand.